What up, everybody? It's your boy True Soldier at it again, by the grace of God, coming at you with another video. This one is going to be called Space, Moon Landing, I.S.S, a joke for critical thinkers. I'll go ahead and repeat that because it sounds so good. Space, Moon Landing, and the I.S.S, a joke for critical thinkers. Basically what that means is, if you want to know the truth and you do some research, you'll find out the truth. Okay, but there's too many people out there that don't want to know the truth, and therefore they're dumbed down. They're letting society dumb them down, and they don't want to know the truth. It's easier because once you know the truth, you got to change. So we're gonna start with space. There's a scientific fact that 71% water covers the Earth. Okay, it's also a scientific fact that we've only explored less than 5% of our oceans. Okay, but supposedly somehow we know exactly the size of this Earth, the weight, and the speed of travel. And to me, it makes no sense logically or biblically, because biblically, I believe, my beliefs, being a Christian, believing in the Most High God, our Creator, He says that He put a dome, a firmament above us. Okay, that's all I need to hear. We ain't getting out and nothing's getting in. Okay, that's biblically. Logically, there's more evidence proving that there is no space than there is. And I mean, there's no one here on Earth besides the 12 men that went to the moon, supposedly, back in 1969 to 72. But out of billions of people that have lived here on this Earth, only 12 men have gone to the moon, and none of us were actually up there to be able to see it, besides the TV and the CGI photos and videos that they give us. Other than that, we all have to believe that we are not being lied to. You cannot go up and test space for yourself here on Earth. So you have to believe that what you are being told about space is true. All of it. Okay? Now, I had a conversation with one of my coworkers, and he, I brought up science. It's on Google this morning. I turned my phone on, and on Google it's saying that we're going to get hit by an asteroid in the near future, and it's going to tear Earth apart, right? So, and my friend was like, yeah, eventually. And I'm like, why would it be eventually? Why do we have to be scared? Why? Where's this asteroid coming from? How do they know this? It's bullcrap. I told him, there's a firmament. There's never been an asteroid that hit Earth, and there never will be. And he was like, what do you mean? That's how the dinosaurs went out, And it's like, he said, the Bible says that, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And I said, yeah, but it wasn't just from the sky. Back up. He said that we have craters here on Earth, proven asteroids. I was like, what if I told you those weren't craters and those were springs where water came out of them a long time ago? He was like, what do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. I was like, well, he brought up, the Bible saying that it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And he said that he thought it only came from the sky. Like, no, it also says that it rained 40 days and 40 nights, but God had water come from the earth, from springs, shot from the ground. And if you see a spring or a geyser, you see the effects it leaves. Okay? So they're lying to us about these craters. And also, as far as it goes, they're scaring us in so many different ways, but the word sphere, it has the word fear in it. So they want you to be scared. They want you to be hopeless. They want you to feel like you came from nothing. That's all space is. Okay? Now on to the moon landing. The moon landing was nothing more than them faking it and acting like they were all the way up on the moon to where they can look back on the Earth and say, yep, it's a sphere, and guess what else? There is no firmament, and there is no God. Okay? The moon landing, there's more things proving that there was no moon landing than there is. But some new stuff has came out, and what made me make my first video was the news about the atmosphere extending beyond the moon, or the moon being in the atmosphere. I just seen a video by Seeker a couple days ago, very recent, and this is, you know, months after that news came out. So they're still saying this. They haven't changed it, that the moon is in the Earth's atmosphere, or the atmosphere extends beyond the moon. And NASA and scientists are saying that the men who landed on the moon that thought they were in space, they weren't in space. They were still inside of Earth's atmosphere. So even if you believe that there was a moon landing, science is telling us today that they still believe that there was a moon landing, right? They're still that naive. But they're switching it up, saying that those astronauts were not in space. That switches up a whole lot of things. That's moving the goalposts. They even say that we don't even know where space begins. But they want to try to have a space force. Remember Trump came out with that? It's a joke. Okay? The moon landing, space, it's all a joke. It's a lie. For the kids, they got Santa Claus. And for the adults, they have the moon landing. As a kid, you were supposed to come out of that eventually, from that Santa Claus lie. As an adult, we were meant to come out of this lie eventually. But they're doing everything in their power to keep people into this lie. Let's move on to the I.S.S. I gotta finish this. Real quick though, where's the footage of the I.S.S. being built? I got $1,000 for anyone that can show me a video of them putting the I.S.S. together in space. A time-lapse video. If you were the person or one of the people who helped build the I.S.S. in space, it took them 12 years, 11 or 12 years. It started in 98, didn't get finished until 2010 or 2011. There were people up there, supposedly, right? It didn't put itself together like these CGI videos will show you. They show the I.S.S. already up in space and it connecting itself together. That's only kind of footage you'll see of the I.S.S. One of the biggest feats that mankind has ever done off of this earth that we know nothing about. We took time to go all the way up there, right, to the moon, landed on it. Years later, wanted to build an I.S.S., but has no footage of how that got put together. Now, I can ask you, how did they build the World Trade Center? And you can go on YouTube that and find several videos of time-lapse over the years showing you people building that thing, nuts and bolts, and building it from the ground up. Now, the World Trade Center was there was huge buildings. It was a great construction, but it wasn't one of the biggest things that man has ever done compared to the I.S.S. Why would we have footage of all these other construction sites, okay? Construction workers being happy of the work that they done and want to have proof of it, but we don't have any proof of the I.S.S. being built in space by these smart astronauts? Get out of here, man. Are you crazy? So the tables are turning, because before, when somebody found out you didn't believe in the moon, you were a moron. But now it's getting to the point where you still believe in the moon landing? You're becoming the moron. Because prove it. If something is true, it's true. And it does not have to be proven. It's right there in plain sight. Like the construction of the World Trade Center. Where is the construction of the I.S.S.? And how did they build it up in space going 17,000 miles an hour? Like I said, the space crap, the moon landing crap, and the I.S.S. crap. A joke for critical thinkers. All my true soldiers out there, all my children of God, I love you. Let's fight this battle. Let's not let Satan win with his lies, because it is not even logical and it sure ain't biblical. Peace out. One love.